beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel, Be Nicole Inspiring Souls. This channel is full of inspiration as well as my truth. So thank you so much to all of you for the love and the support. I'm really excited that I'm sticking with this because this has been just something that I talked about for so long. So I don't want to hold you long. I want to go ahead and get started. The topic of discussion today will be closing out the When Ships Sink series, and this will be part 3 of the friendship series. So in part 1, I talked about basically what to look for in a friend, and in part 2, I basically covered pretty much what not to do in regards to friendship. In part 3, I'm basically just encouraging you to be very mindful about who it is that you're connecting to, but to also be mindful about who it is that you're disconnecting from. So recognize that we connect with people based off of our life experiences or things that we encounter on the daily. So many of us connected with people in college because of the environment or the settings that we placed ourselves in. Your major in college, just some common interests, even people who you go to church with. You're just more likely to connect with these people because the two of you have something in common. So you have a base, right, that will pull the two of you in together. And sometimes we can mistake those encounters for answered prayers, or assume that this is God's doing, simply because we connected with someone who we have similar interests with. Just like we connect with people sometimes if we're going through a bad breakup, if we are both moving, and so we can connect based off the fact that we're both in the season of transition. So there's so many ways that you will find yourself connected with people, and it's a good thing, but I think you just got to be careful about who it is that you're connecting to, and so that the individuals that you are connecting to are individuals who truly have your best interest at heart, because I think it's so easy, especially for today's time, with everyone having a desire to make it on the next platform, for people to connect with you and attempt to pimp you out for your gifts. So for many people who are gifted and talented and skilled, sometimes they have a harder time figuring out who it is they can trust, because people will typically attempt to use them to build their own platform. So I just want to encourage you to be mindful about who it is that you're connecting to, and don't feel bad if there comes a time where you have to disconnect from a person. It is, I think, it's a part of life, especially as you become an adult. I mean, there's people who I connected with because we had similar experiences, and even as we got over whatever the experience, or got through the experience, I was under the impression that I would remain connected to these people. But what you'll begin to realize as an adult is that there are some friendships that have cutoffs, and I think it's probably one of the hardest things that I'm still just trying to process as to how this whole thing works, because I really am a people person. I mean, I love my space and my privacy and my ability to just do me, but I really am a people person and really desire to, encourage, equip, and inspire others. And so I think I'm less likely to have a desire to disconnect from anyone, because I just want everyone to get along, and I want everyone to remain connected to one another. But there will come a time where people that are connected to you are actually doing you more damage than good. And I think that's for a definite, like, clear sign this is someone that you don't need to remain connected to. I've just made so many changes from the college Brittany to now 28-year-old Brittany, and it's mind blowing because I'm pretty sure if you would ask the people, who I went to school with, if I would be like this Brittany, the Brittany who really appreciates life, and I'm really, I think, just very mindful about where I'm putting my time and my energy. And I used to just not really care. I just wanted to be, I think in college I was definitely a social butterfly, and so even in social settings, I was so on. So I think now that's not me. I very much so can be a social butterfly, but I'm less likely to be the life of the party. But I think I am just really mindful about where I put my energy and my time, just because I have goals and things that I want to accomplish, and that sometimes requires me to just have a different focus level than others. And not that what others are working on isn't just as important, but for me, I can get so easily distracted in the process, and so sometimes I have to, like, pull myself away from people, from even family, just so that I can stay focused and on task. And I think even in being mindful about who you're connecting to and disconnecting to, I think this also very much so will apply to family. My family, sometimes they get me, and most of the time they don't. And so a lot of the moves that I make is puzzling their brain, because they're like, what in the world is Brittany doing now? What has she gotten her hands into now? And so a lot of times, if I'm not careful, I can allow them into a space, basically invite them into a space that then causes me to not pursue that which I know God has told me to pursue. If it was for my family, a lot of the jobs that I took, a lot of the moves that I make, I would not have made, because my family, right, believes in doing that which makes sense. And just about every move that I've made in the moment, it made absolutely no sense. And so I'm already, like, in that brain set, because that's what I'm doing my next segment on. It's going to be the career highs and lows. And so I think even sometimes I find myself just disconnecting temporarily from family when, like, an opportunity presents itself, or when the time comes that I really need to be focused. I really need to, clear my mind from clutter and negativity, simply because I know for a fact this is something that God, has instructed me to do, or this is a task or assignment from the Lord Himself. And my family, they love me, and they, have always been very supportive. It's just, as far as asking them always for advice, um, sometimes their fear of it not working, or of me having to experience failure, they will then project that onto me. It's the same thing with people that you're connected to. So you definitely want people, in your circle who, when the opportunity comes and it's going to require, right, you to make a leap of faith, or for you to really just kind of put yourself out there and maybe pursue your business or write the book or whatever the case may be, you really need people in your circle who can speak to that season, either from experience or just because they trust the God in you. And my family, and my friends that I'm connected to, they have learned that, like, if Brittany, like, if she says that she's gonna do it, you know, give her time, and you're gonna look up, and she did it. But I think it's just in the moment when I call them initially, and they're like, whoa, like, don't you want to think on it? Don't you want to wait? And so I think it's important that people who you do connect to are people who not only trust the God in you, but like they see you, they see the future you, and they don't get so bogged down with where you come from. Because I think my family sometimes they're like, Brittany, nobody in our family has ever done this before. Like, do you know what you're getting yourself into? Are you prepared? Do you have a backup plan if this doesn't work? And of course, I always, have answers. So a lot of times I don't give them all the details as far as what the process is going to look like, because I already know they're going to support me, they're going to be loving, but at some point fear may creep in, and so I want to disconnect or refrain from sharing all of the details with them so that I can walk in purpose and do so by faith. So recognize that the people who you're connected to, they should be able to do the same thing, because if not, then you're always going to be at battle of feeling as if though your friends or your people or your circle are not being supportive, when in all honesty, they haven't been required, right, to take some of the faith moves that you've been required to make. And so because they haven't seen it done before, they just don't think that it can be done. And it's not that they're really questioning you and your potential, it's just that they've never seen it done before. And I think that's a lot of the times with my family, they're like, but for me, like what? Like when I told my mom that I wanted to, that I was like literally, I was like, Mom, I have a YouTube channel now, and so I'm going to be doing like videos. And it was so crazy because my mom was like, huh, because she watches a lot of sermons on YouTube, and she was like, so she's like, well, what is that, going to require of you? And I'm kind of going through like, well, it's going to require me to be really disciplined and like getting these videos up and ready. It's like, and then at some point, like once I kind of, build up the channel, then I'll be able to kind of advance and get more, equipment. And she literally like saw me like getting myself together and getting this whole setup. And when I got done, she was like, so you know that's going to be a lot of work and it's going to take a lot of time. I'm like, yeah, Mom, I know. She's like, well, all right, well, go on, get the video edited, get it up. And so I love that she now typically will question me, and then she'll encourage me in the end, because she knows if I've shared it with her, then I'm pretty much going to go ahead and move forward with the process. So I'm never really asking her for her permission or even for her input. It's more so me just informing her this is what I am doing next. And so I think that you need to have people in your circle who will maybe question you, check you, make sure you recognize what it is that you're signing up for. But you don't want people to project fear on to you. So keep that in mind as you're connecting to people, and even people that you feel like you need to disconnect from, because a lot of times, most of the time, people who you disconnect from are people who you need to remain connected to until God says otherwise. So definitely, I would encourage you to always be just prayerful about it, and as long as you have a sense of peace, as awkward as that may be for you in the moment, then I definitely think you should proceed forth with that. So yeah, that wraps up part 3. This video should have been posted last Sunday, but for the first time I judged 2 pageants back to back, one on Saturday night and one on Sunday. And the pageant on Sunday was like an all-day pageant, so it threw me off a little bit. And so I'm back on schedule, and my next series is going to be the career highs and lows. I'm actually about to film the video now, and we'll have it posted and ready to go, so that way I get back on schedule. But the career highs and lows is really just going to be me sharing my testimony about how I got started in the field of higher ed and kind of this journey that it's led me on, the opportunities that have been afforded to me simply by nobody but God. And I hope that it will serve as encouragement for people who find themselves in a season of transition, or maybe you're a recent college grad or you're preparing to graduate from college, and something that I share will just help you shift your perspective as you begin your career search. I am just truly having fun with this whole process. So hopefully, if you're not familiar, you will check me out on Facebook or Instagram at the Nicole Inspiring Souls. Y'all be blessed, and I hope that you have an amazing week. And don't forget, hashtag be inspired today.